And as I remove the hair off my microphone and step into the picture, I welcome everybody to the live feed here. It's absolutely awesome to see behind me. Bennett, if you just pan to the right-hand side here, all the phones are up, the camera's there, including Scott Martin. All the skippers are sitting under the tent to get the final day of the 2017 World Black Bass Championships. We welcome all the viewers. It's going to be a very tight, short and compressed live coverage this morning. We want to get you as much on the water footage today. So our two cameramen are going to shortly eject onto the boats today and bring you some awesome coverage. At this moment, I want to just take a little brief walk over here if we can, Bennett. Mind the hazard tape. Let's walk into the crowd here, and I see over my right-hand shoulder there Wayne Lowe. Wayne Lowe is a SABA member, and how's that for timing? I'm joined by Mike Matee and Wayne Lowe, both SABA members. You guys fished on the FLW circuit here a few months back, and you were the champions. You won the event, and you're off to the States, correct?
Correct. It was a good one, eh? We caught some good fish, had some key bites, which I think were the main thing, and but it was a bit of a grind.
Yeah. Now tell me about the event. I mean, it was right here on this water. It was a couple of months ago. The conditions were slightly different. How was the fishing in that event?
The fishing was also a bit tough. There weren't a lot of fish around. They were basically had to pattern the fish and figure out what they were doing, and then we targeted basically throwing spinnerbaits on rocky points. They were stacking up on little inlets on rocky points, and that's basically how we try and catch those fish.
So what sort of stage were those fish sitting in?
I reckon, if I'm not mistaken, they were basically migrating from a winter to a pre-spawn pattern, and they were definitely looking to feed up a bit on some bait fish and stuff. And when you find one, you'll find one or two others with him, and I think that was more of the key of what we did.
And the conditions on the river now, if you guys were fishing in this event representing South Africa, what would your team tactics be?
Well, I think the fish are setting up to spawn, so find a hard bottom, slow plastics, because they're obviously going to be making nests and stuff like that. Yeah, just light line, slow fishing, slow fall with the plastic. That's what I would be doing.
Now, I noticed that on both day 1 and day 2, I think it was every single boat exited the gates headed right down river. Why do you think that is?
Well, predominantly that is the first place spawns on the river, but I think today you'll be finding some boats going up towards the weir.
Yeah, I reckon if some boats will take the chance to going up to the weir, they might just get that bigger fish that most of these teams need at this stage. Instead of boxing down where all the smaller fish will come together to spawn on those spawning banks.
Now, you gentlemen are, I think, gearing up next week to head to Nationals up at Wriggleswade. How are you feeling? Are you prepared? You ready for that event?
Yeah, can't wait. Eh? The dam's dropping, so it's going to be tough. So it's anyone's game, but can't wait. Eh? I'm keen to go fish for a week. Eh?
Have you been out there and pre-fishing at all?
I haven't went down to pre-fish at all. I did some chart work and stuff, but I haven't been down there in 5 years now.
5 years ago, I remember that Nationals, we actually fished close by, if I'm not mistaken, on, I can't remember what the bay's, Conky Bay, myself and Wayne fished right next to each other for 3 days. That was a good event. I just remembered that right now, though. But Mike, if I'm not mistaken, you came up from the junior circuit all the way into the senior circuit, correct?
Correct, yeah. I left it for 2 or 3 years, 18 years old, go party a bit, but I'm back in it full force right now, and I love it. Every weekend I'm on the water.
And tell me about that transition from a junior. I know that we have a great program in the SABA events whereby we put a lot of emphasis into our junior programs and really building those juniors up into the senior events. Did that help you to get to where you are now?
Most definitely made me very competitive. Putting 2 guys on a boat, competing for water, making your own decisions, it seriously sets you up in the right position to get ready as a senior. 100%.
Well, guys, thanks very much for taking the time to chat to me. We'll catch up a little bit later. I really, really appreciate it. We wanted to get a chat with Craig Fraser, but we're going to head on into the captain's meeting. It's a little bit frantic and chaotic this morning, but while we're on the topic, today is the day that we can talk about baits. I'm going to push as much as I can with the anglers to really give us a good understanding of what it's taken to get to the top of the leaderboard today. At the current standings after day 1, we see the South African team getting up a bit ahead there with 20 points difference between second place Italy and third place Germany. But on day one, I got a chance to catch up with Lucky from Solid Angling Corner. I put him on the spot, and this is his bait selection for this tournament. One of the most important things to catching fish is having the correct bait. And I'm here with Lucky from Solis, and he's one of our sponsors for this event as well. And he set up a full-on tackle store in the back here. Tell me about this setup and what you have here.
Everything for the bass fisherman, tournament angler mainly. We've got some nice imported mega bass baits from the States. Duo lures are a new introduction to our range lineup. And normal stuff, zoom baits, Yamamoto, spinner baits, crank baits, hooks, weights. So anything, even beads, little beads, swivels. We're doing everything that these tournament anglers need.
Okay, so the tournament anglers are taken care of. I want to know something a little bit more important. Yesterday I saw you and a whole lot of people, look like all family members, which was fantastic to see, all setting up this massive tackle store that we have here. Tell me about the stores that you have in and around South Africa and this fantastic family business that you have going.
Solis have been in a fishing tackle or family business since 1965 there around. And we've built on from there. We now got 5 stores, fully catered for all types of angling, and special sections in each store for the bass guys. And all the people around it are helping all our nephews and cousins and that. And being a family business is very nice because you can get around to move a lot easier. It's freedom of movement. Each guy got his responsibility. We work well as a team.
Well, it was absolutely fantastic to watch you guys set up this awesome tackle store here. We're very happy to have you here. I know a lot of the nations have come in already. They've spent their euros, they've spent their Deutschmarks, they've spent it all already. I think there's still about 6 more countries to come through here. So have you got enough stock to manage?
It seems like we're running out fast, but we've got support coming in every day. So we'll be bringing more stuff in tomorrow for what's already sold out. We'll replenish by tomorrow.
Now, I noticed something that was very interesting. Either that there wasn't enough in this tackle store or you just wanted to treat the guys. But Team Portugal went and took a look at your closest tackle store. Is that correct?
Yes, we took them. They wanted a bit of a bigger selection. So we've got our Vereniging store, which is just a 10-minute drive away. And we've just recently revamped the store. It's fully revamped. We've done it from head to toe, as they say. We painted, tiled, and we've put nice stock in as well. So they were almost like in heaven, so to say. They went to town and they bought a lot of other stuff that we didn't have here at the... Obviously in a container we're limited with space, so we couldn't bring so much. But they found quite a bit of extra stuff at the Vereniging store, which is now ready to go. Any of the anglers are welcome to pop in.
Well, we thank you for your support, and we thank you for the ongoing support towards Saba and being at this fantastic event. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you and the rest of your family. You guys are awesome, awesome bunch of people, and we look forward to spending the week with you. I'm going to take this microphone. I'm going to do what they call a mic drop, and we're going to go take a look inside there.
No problem, you guys are welcome.
Inside Soli's mobile unit here, I'm looking across. Behind the cameraman there, I see metaniums, I see chronox, I see reels, I see line, absolutely fully loaded. I'm going to put Lucky on the spot, and I'm going to tell you to give me your 3 best picks for this week on the Vol.
First choice would obviously be the most important is your line. Siga fluorocarbon. That's the Invisi X is one of the better ones. You need it on a river because of the amounts of structure there is underwater, trees and stuff, and that's going to hold up better than any other line. So fluorocarbon Siga for starters. Then as far as jerk baits are concerned, this is a new range we bring in, the duo jerk baits. I like going natural. In most waters, my fishing style is to go with natural baits. So my choice would be a natural duo bait, the new series from them, which we imported. And Solis is now the sole agents for Realus duo baits. The range is so big, but if I have to narrow it down, it will be probably a creature bait. Other guys will be doing a lot of pitching and flipping into the backwaters. And your creature bait from Yamamoto is probably your best bait to go to right now.
And we're back live again And I've just grabbed Mr. Craig Fraser here as he finished his captain's meeting or his skipper's meeting this morning. Craig, I'm going to start off, as you always say, putting on a different hat. Take the Saba hat off. Let's put on the ITS hat. ITS Computers, very top-tier sponsors for this event, very much involved. I know I got Dell laptops sponsored for our crew, as well as you flew in that awesome Wi-Fi router. Tell us about the tournament so far.
Yeah, Mark, yeah. From ITS's perspective, hey, I'm a bass fisherman. I love the sport, and I believe in brand awareness. You know, it's not just about this event. I think that there are a lot of loyal bass anglers out there that we'll leverage return on our investment in the IT infrastructure space and IT solutions that we can provide. So it was a no-brainer for us to get involved. It's, as I say, our partners are going to be here not only for this event, for the balance of the period, all the way through until June next year, where we will negotiate new contracts with Saba. So, yeah, you know, everybody out there, you're looking for good IT solutions, ITS is available. We'll fly and supply on a national basis and support you.
Well, thanks very much, Craig. And I know that you've pushed the envelope a lot here with this tournament. You've really gone the extra mile. The facilities that we have here, and just from the perspective of me being on the media, I know you pushed me a lot. So thanks for that. I think it helped us get to this point here, and working with Stephen and the guys from LibraVision and being able to provide this coverage. What does that mean?
I think it's phenomenal. I don't think South African bass has seen a... Well, all I'm going to do is just ask the cameraman, Stephen, move out of the way for 1 second. Just pan and start on the far right-hand side, and you come across and you have a look at the quantity of electronic equipment that's been provided for a bass tournament. I think we've got more notebooks and more electronic wires and cables, 4 big screens, 2 small screens controlling the weigh station. So, you know, we're just trying to bring it to a higher quality level. I won't say an international USA level, because that would be really be trying to reach for the clouds. But I mean, if we can close this tournament off at the end of today and tomorrow be remembered that we ran a quality tournament, that's all I think that Saba could ask for. And I must admit, you know, if you look around, we've got a limited quantity of seniors that have assisted as organizers, and the quantity of juniors, we've got 12 juniors here. They have been running, I think they thought they were coming here for holiday. And slavery, I believe, is out in the past, but I tell you what, it came back this week, and every single junior has worked so hard. Every single junior's got a control point, and they've made this tournament a success. Combined, you know, somebody said you can have an orchestra, okay, but you need somebody to, what's the right word? To conduct it. Yeah, but by the same token, you know, you can have a conductor without people playing the musical instruments. You don't have music.
And the FIPSED president mentioned it in one of the briefings, and he said the conductor, I don't know if they're calling you the conductor, but they called you the general.
Yeah, I don't know, General or something like that. So, yeah, I've got a new nickname. Instead of Dr. Vodka, I've got General. So we'll have to stick and see if that sticks around. But no, it's great to have FIPSED here. It's great to have the opportunity that we've been afforded by FIPSED. For the guys that don't know, I think it's the 17th February 2019 will be the World Games coming to South Africa. So this was really a dry run of what we wanted to learn, and hopefully we can improve on this. And this tournament is not just about this event or about Saba or about South Africa. This event is more about proving to the rest of the world that we have black bass in Southern Africa. This is about promoting all of the Southern African nations that are participating. It was great that America came along. I believe that gave this tournament another level of momentum. But we've got Mozambique wanting to come in. We've got the guys out in Australia wanting to join this. And you know, most of the world champs that I've attended in the past and you've attended in the past were 9 to 11 countries per se. I believe that we'll start to see this become a 15, a 16 nation world championships. And that's the direction we need this tournament to go.
And from an organizing perspective and a Saba perspective, you are the president of Saba. Tell us a little bit quickly about those changes that you've made, as well as when you're done with that, if you can just explain the difference between the Saba point system and the current point system that we're using here.
All right, just to start off, I think that there was a lot of criticism leveled at Saba, and you know what, when criticism is leveled, you've got to take a step back and say, is it valid? And we were seen as an organization that purely facilitated elite bass anglers. That's totally wrong. We are the only official bass authority within South Africa affiliated to SASAC, and in doing so, we've reduced the membership fees right down to 100 Rand. You do not have to...
100 Rand. I mentioned it on stage yesterday. What can you buy for 100 Rand? That's a burger and a cool drink at your local shop. I mean, $100 is nothing.
SABA is not about making money off anglers. SABA is here, one, to be there for the youth. That's the future of our sport. Two, it is for guys that we would classify, and not being derogatory, as a weekend warrior or a bank angler. They should feel that there's a sense of belonging. So by making it 100 Rand, that money goes purely to conservation, not to administration costs of the sport. Furthermore, you don't have to belong to a club. I think I mentioned that. If you want to fish competitively and get provincial colours and or national colours, then you have to join a club. And the main reason you have to join a club then is just to get the correct communication protocol through to the anglers. With regards to this tournament, your second part of that, hopefully I answered the first part correctly. The second part that confuses a lot of guys is the World Champs uses penalty points. The best way of explaining that is it's a reverse Grand Prix, where we all fight to get 100 Grand Prix points in this country for first position. Here you fight to get 1 penalty point. That means that you won the day. The difference with this tournament is every day is an independent tournament. So what happened yesterday has come and gone. You allocate your Grand Prix points or penalty points, and that transpires over 3 days, and they accumulate your 3 boats over the 3 days, accumulation of 9 points, to see who's got the lowest penalty points, okay? Instead of, in our scenario, would have been the highest Grand Prix points.
Well, thank you, Craig, very much. I know we've got 10 minutes to launch and you've got some work to do. I want to also thank you for pushing me.
Thank you.
It's been great. As we are about to launch the boats, we've got about 10 minutes to go before we launch the boats. We are going to allow you to enjoy some of the sceneries outside. We are limited with the weather and the rain today. It's going to be a cold and wet day, but we are going to have a fantastic live weigh-in. We are going to make sure that we get out on the water shortly, and we are going to bring you some on-the-water coverage. So stay tuned to Just Fishing. Stay tuned to the YouTube page. Like it, share it, comment down below, and thanks to everybody for commenting. I want to give a shout-out to my family back home. Thank you guys for watching. I know they're sitting at home in bed saying, how's it? So thanks to you guys and all the support. Craig, we'll catch up with you later.
I'd like to also just say thanks to all of the guys for the positive comments that they have posted out there. I think it means a lot to the organising committee and to the skippers that have given on their time. I nearly admitted that in this. Without the skippers, we wouldn't be able to host this event. So thanks for the skippers.
Well, we're getting very emotional, and so am I. But just take a look at the emotion over there. That's your South African team. We'll enjoy those scenes, and we'll catch up with you guys a little bit later.
Right, so the guys are getting ready to get their boats on the way. We've got about 10 minutes, 10, 11 minutes to go. And of course, this is the song that got a lot of guys going yesterday, and I got asked to play it again just to get everybody rocking and rolling this morning.
Sorry.
As the guys line up, taking a photograph on the final day. In the lead, Team South Africa. I think we got a full nation backing our boys here, and we wish them all the best of luck on the third and final day of the World Black Bass Championships 2017.
And of course, on the other side of the river, you can see a bunch of South African supporters waving their flags. They're also having a party with us.
I'm the tape holder. Wait, South Africa, don't run away.
And this one is a dedication to all the skippers here this morning from the German team.
Well, guys, I'm going to cut it right there. I'm going to let you enjoy the scenery footage. I need to get my camera gear and get on the boat. So I'll catch up with all you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Much love to all the families back home. We'll see you guys later.
National anthem coming up shortly. In the meantime, a song that takes us back to the World Cup. If you are a South African supporter, let's get you to this assembly point, guys. Come on, this is one country, one nation. 13 countries taking part in the World Black Bass Fishing Championships.
The other side.
The lady with the flag here.
Check on the party by the river.
Tension here is unbelievable.
Good morning, welcome to the Vol. Welcome to the 13th annual Black Bass World Fishing Championships. 3 minutes away from the start. 3 minutes away from the start. Let's take a moment to play the South African national anthem of the host nation.
Look at that boat in the back.
Manu pagani sukono vaio Isla imitanda soyet South Africa, South Africa. Hy die blauw van onze hemel, hy die diepte van ons see, oor ons ewige gebergtes, waar die kranse antwoord gee. Sounds a call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
Thank you. Good morning to the anglers. Good morning, skippers. Good morning, spectators. Sea Flight, get ready. Last push, last day. Sea Flight, get ready. Start your engines. Observer boats, you can go. Thank you, guys. Sea Flight, get ready. C1 and 2, you can start idling
Okay, and as the boats take off, I think we are done for the morning. We'll see you guys later on the water.
C3 and 4,
Have a good
get
day.
ready.
Cheers.